It's been over a month now since the debrief article and News Nation interview with David Grusch, the government UFO whistleblower. Alien bodies, crashed spaceships, and murder. The interview was mediocre. Bush League. It was something I would have expected from a junior reporter, not a seasoned journalist as Ross Coulthart is supposed to be.
Do you have any kind of mental illness?
No.
I know a TV interview isn't the place for a full psychiatric review, but if you're going to ask these questions, there must be better approaches to understand someone's mental state than ham-fisting it like Coulthart did.
I've got to be blunt about this. Yeah. You're not making this up. This is not a lie.
No, absolutely not.
Ask these questions without asking these questions. That said, I came away from the News Nation interview disappointed with a few questions and a few doubts about Grusch's analytical capabilities as they relate to the UFO topic. According to Grusch, the UAP task force, which he was a part of, was denied access to a broad crash retrieval program.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
He then immediately goes on to describe the details and the purpose of this program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
If the UAP task force wasn't read into these programs he's talking about, but people were confiding in him about programs he had never heard of, which reiterates the point that he wasn't cleared for this information since he would need to be read into it first, wouldn't these people be illegally leaking information? People
started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Accidentally mentioning or alluding to something offhand in some shared Pentagon break room might be one thing, but providing documents to someone outside of your program, that has to be in another league. Shouldn't the proper course of action for Grusch have been to instruct these people to go to the ICIG themselves? I'm definitely confused. I can't hide it. Either I missed something or maybe I'm just too stupid to understand. Given how compartmentalized the government is, it just feels odd that multiple people, current and retired, but specifically the current ones, that they would share documents with someone outside of their projects. How many are we talking? I'd like to see this clarified. Grusch was asked about his thought on the gimbal video, to which he responds with a word salad on why what we're seeing certainly is not a jet.
There's an industry of debunkers out there on the web who say, oh, they've got this all wrong, it's a jet exhaust at a distance, and the aircraft's turning. Give me an answer on that.
I had some optical engineering experts look at that, and the Raytheon AT FLIR system based on the pixel saturation and apparent size. It's certainly something that's not a jet.
Pixel saturation, apparent size, apparent to what? What's the math you did or analyzed with your bachelor's in physics and high bullshit factor?
I came to the problem as a hardcore physics guy, intel officer, so I have a, excuse my language, high factor.
Walk us through your process that made you believe that this couldn't be a jet. Just a little more in depth this time. Don't worry about all this information here. Speed, useless. Altitude, who cares? Focal zoom, forget it. All of this, useless. The most important thing is pixel saturation. I'm having fun. And he does the same thing with the Tic Tac video, saying it was truly anomalous.
Truly anomalous. Absolutely technical vehicle, physical. And that's absolutely something that we didn't make.
Not of this world.
Most likely, yeah.
Again, is all of this information being ignored? People have done the math on these videos. They've shown their work step by step. And these conclusions have pointed to more terrestrial explanations. So since Grusch has come to a different conclusion on these unclassified videos, I would love to see a detailed rebuttal as a demonstration of his analytical skills, to show the UFO community that their faith is not ill-placed, and to help skeptics like myself and the broader global public to see that this phenomenon is real. It's been said many times, but I'll say it again. He's not a first-hand witness for any of these claims he's made about the existence of NHIs. And any of the evidence he has seen that might prove there is a there is classified as it always is. I'm all for the hearing. My hopes aren't high, but I support it 110%. And I look forward to watching. If I could submit one question for the hearing, I would ask, was everyone Grusch spoke to a first-hand witness? Or were some of them relaying information to Grusch that they collected working in these programs from other people, making Grusch a third-hand source in some cases? There are other things that stood out to me in the News Nation interview and the debrief article, but I want to get this video out before the hearing, so I'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.